All right, welcome back to my little how-to videos. I'm updating some of my DOS commands. Not necessarily have changed, but just kind of updating how I do some of the stuff and add some more stuff to it. So we're going to focus on essentially two commands right now: is make directories, folders, and changing drives, and also how to clear a screen. So by default, once you go to the command prompt, it takes us to our username, folder called c:\username and how we're logged in. So if we type in cd backslash, that takes us to the root of the drive. So, and also if we do cd /? That'll give us our help. So this will show you some of the different ways you can do things and how you can do these commands. So you can see here from the help, we can do chdir, we can do / the drive letter, colons. We can do the same thing with the CD. So these are the two ways you can, type the commands to get there. So pretty easy. And then the next command I want to focus with is CLS. I remember this correctly. Yes, so CLS clears your screen. Pretty straightforward. And again, if you have questions on a command, you can just do / and it just tells you. That's it. There is no other switches or anything. So pretty easy. So again, we are at the root of the drive. So if you think about a tree, with the trunk of the tree, if we took the tree, took it out upside down and minus the roots, the root of the tree is the trunk, which is the highest level of your device. And then from there, going to different folders would be like different branches and sub branches of your tree. Okay, and we're going to focus, my mistake, also one more command called dir, directory, so we can view our folders and stuff. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to type in md. So there are a couple different ways. So again, md /? So here's some of the different ways you can do this. So you can do md, you can do mkdir. So again, the two ways you want to do it. All right. So let me type it in here. So here we can create folders in two ways. So I'm going to create one called data. So here's the second way we can do this. And the third way. So let's talk about these for a second. So if we're doing this one here, this one is basically saying from the root of the drive, make this folder called data. Okay, so that means we have to be on the C drive or whatever drive we want to be that in. So if we're in C, D, E, whatever, it's going to make it in that same drive that we're at. And then here, this option here, we could be in another drive. We can be in drive D, and we could literally, create the folder data. And let's take a dive in that in a second. And then we can also do MD. So this would be like the current location I'm at. Let's make a folder right there. So let's try these out real quick. So I'm going to just try one and let's see how it works. So we can do MD data because I'm right at the root of the drive and that's where I want to create the folder. So there we go. So if we do dir, we can see there is a folder called data. All right, cool. So now we can do cd data, and there we are. And then if we do a directory listing, we can see there's nothing in there. All right, cool. So let's make another folder. So I guess I should type in the whole commands that we are in. So this way, if you were following the commands. So now we can type in data /HR. And then here we go. MD / data / HR. Yes. Because we are in the data folder, we could have just typed in MD space HR. Not a problem. Could have done that too. So then if we do a dir, we can see, okay, there's our directory, HR. So let's try this again. And let's make a 1. So here we can also up arrow. So where we get to, MD / data / HR, we can do /1. There we go. So, or we could just type the whole thing out, however you want to do it. So let's try this again. So let's try data. I'm typing out the full length because, I'm not sure where you're at in your prompts, in your folder locations when you're making these. So depending if you're following me exactly, you can, still have the same structure. So we're going to go sales. And let's try that. So we're going to do MD data / sales. All right. Pretty cool. So let's try this. So can we make another folder called 1? I'm sure we could, because folder 1 here is in a subfolder HR. So as long as we're not in the HR folder, we don't have to worry about making another folder 1. So, because in Windows, it's not case sensitive or anything like that. So it doesn't matter if it's uppercase or lowercase. But in Linux, it does matter if it's uppercase or lowercase. It treats it differently. So let's try this and see if it works. There we go. So we didn't get an error message. So that means it must work. All right. So here's one more command I'm going to share with you guys today. And then it's called tree. And we just type in tree. There we go. Shows us our path from the data folder since we are inside the data folder. So it's going to show us, okay, you have HR, you have HR1, you have sales, and sales 1. All right. So now if we want to navigate, we can just type in CD, /. So we can do it 2 ways. If we're in the data folder, so as long as we're in the data folder, we can do data or CD, HR, CD1. Because you can move one space at a time. So we can just type in HR, CD1, and voila, we are there. So now if I want to go up a directory, I want to go back to, all right, so our next command we're going to focus on is with using the CD. But if we want to go up a level, we can just type in CD ... And you can see that took us up from, we were in data /HR /1. Now we are in data /HR. And if we do ... there you go. So there are some more, a little bit more advanced things you can do with CD, like ... and then go down and then go make a left turn. So as an example, let's try CDHR. And then we can do MD. So I'm just trying to keep everything I'm doing here. So this way should be at least working. All right, let's do MD and then 2. And 2, there we go. So now we can go into 2, CD, 2, and let's try this. ... Oh, there we go. I couldn't remember this. I was doing this on the fly, but so if you do cd dot dot, so that takes you up one level, doing the slash and the next folder. So that took us basically, we could do one command instead of two commands, like doing cd dot dot and then cd1. We can just type in cd space dot dot backslash the folder name, the other folder that we wanted to go to. We can do that all in one command. So just want to share that with you guys. All right. So the next phase of this will be showing you how to create some text documents and copy and paste files, and then the third one will probably be, for now that I'm thinking, is some wildcard action. All right, see you guys in the next DOS Lab environment. All right, catch you later. Bye.